Okay, let's get started in a seated position today. So finding any comfortable seat. I'm going to use my bolster and use that to support my bum. If you want like a different support system or you don't want to bother, it's always up to you. Take what you need, leave what you don't. And for me, I just want to feel super stable. So I'm crossing at the center of my shin bones. My heels are more or less supporting my knees. Just like really nice, steady, easy to find like weight sinking down my hips, my legs. And allow the palms to rest on the thighs or on the knees. And palms can be face up or face down. We're just getting um, into the moment, into the practice. Close your eyes or just let the eyes go soft. Feel the breath come in through the nostrils. Feel it come in. And feel it go out just a couple times like that. Just beginning to notice where the body is holding tension. Just noticing, not trying to do anything. Notice the hips and the legs, how they feel, and can they get heavier as you exhale? Can you relax all the muscles of the lower body? Just feel yourself get steady, grounded. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, let the right ear fall to the right shoulder. And breathe here. If you like, you can take your right hand and just gently rest it on top of the skull. Just giving yourself a little passive weight here. You're not pulling or twisting, you're just using the weight of the hand to encourage a little more opening. You want to get into this stretch even more deeply, you can reach the left fingertips down towards the earth and just really feel that whole line of energy as the fingers plug down. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Always inviting yourself to sigh out the mouth. The last few breaths, just experiment with tilting the chin maybe more in towards the armpit, maybe away from the armpit. Find that place where the opening is most needed today. Then release your right hand down to the lap, bring your left hand down to the lap. The head comes up through center and just feel the stretch settling into the body. When you're ready, an exhale takes the left ear to the left shoulder. Approaching this side as gently as you did the first, not jamming yourself into any extreme things. If you want to find the left hand on top of the head, that can feel nice. If you want to feel the right fingers tapping into the earth alongside your right hip, that can be nice. Wherever you are, allowing the breath rise and fall freely. Explore another angle of the chin. And use an exhale to release, coming back to center, hands on the lap. Head floats up towards the sky. Empty the breath completely. You inhale, feel the breath lift, feeling from bottom to top. Feel the lungs expanding, the top lobes of the lungs lifting the collarbones. Space between the shoulders, across the front of the chest, broadening. Hold the breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Breathe into this structure, this space. Bring hands together at heart center. Let the thumbs press against the sternum. Feel the energy between finger pads pressing together. Taking this moment to just set an intention. It could be as simple as just to find some relaxation. I'm going to take one Om to formally begin the practice. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. Inhaling for Om. Blink open the eyes. Extend your legs long out in front of you, finding a Dandasana staff pose. Flex the feet so the toes pull back towards the face. Your hands can press down into your bolster or into the ground. Rolling the shoulders back, the heart lifts. As you inhale, feel the spine lengthen, especially the back of the spine. As you exhale, feel the navel pull towards your spine And then even maybe tuck up underneath the ribs. So you're engaging the stomach muscles, really feeling that. Inhale, fill the body, hold the bind, hold that connection to center. Exhale, navel pulls in and up, strengthening the connection to center. Inhale, exhale. And you can release the effort while holding this space. We're sort of using the breath and like really dynamic, focused breath to build structure, build space in the body that we can keep and hold on to and be more comfortable with. Bend your right knee and place the sole of the foot against the earth, just in line with your right hip. So the feet are, that foot is still away from your left leg. The left leg is still engaging softly. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, reaching behind you, finding a twist. Your hand can come to your lower back to support you here. You can bring the hand down behind you to the ground and kind of engage with that real strong connection to the earth. Notice the energy that goes up and down through your arm. And your left elbow can just hook around your right knee like a coat hanger. Shoulders roll together on the back. The chest is open, broad. The hips are heavy, so both hips ground down into the earth equally. The spine lifts up effortlessly. I'm feeling that connection to the navel center here. A few more breaths, just really feeling the space across the heart opening. Feeling this equal lift as you inhale and exhale up and down both the front and back of the body. So they have equal length. You're not slouching forward or arching back. It's rising up and center. One more inhale here. And then exhale, release the twist and bring your hands all the way over to the left. Put them down on the earth and just press down. Feel that connection. Getting a counter twist here. You might walk your self onto the outer edge of your right foot and let the knee fall open to the side, just accentuating this opening of the right side body a little bit. Let the breath be soft. And then come back to center, extend both legs down the line. Dandasana, again, press the hands down. Inhale, feel the heart lift, the lungs expand. Exhale, connect to the core, pull the navel in and up. As you ground down, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling last time, really juicing up. Exhaling. At the bottom of the exhale, you can release a little bit of that effort while maintaining the space. And your left knee, left sole of the foot plants on the earth. Inhale, the left arm lifts to the sky. Exhale, open that arm behind you to the lower back, to the ground. Again, just finding the twist that suits you here, where you can find that long, tall spine. Full, deep breath. And equanimity between the front and back planes of the body. Both are equally long. And a lot of that comes from this awareness of the core. Maintaining that connection to that lower belly, the navel pulling in and up. As you exhale. Really strengthens our lower back. Couple more breaths. And then unwinding back to center. Coming all the way over into that counter twist. So hands come down to the right side of your body. Maybe you let your left knee open, finding sort of a Baddha Konasana, half butterfly posture. Really feel the breath pouring into the left side of the body. Come back up through center. Let's bring both feet together. The soles of the feet come together. The knees come open to the sides for Baddha Konasana, a little hip opening here. You can grab onto your ankles. Again, we're maintaining this like equal length through the front and the back side of the body, maintaining this ability to be connected to our core as we breathe. So if taking your hands and making a basket underneath your feet doesn't allow you to still find that nice long tall spine, back off a little bit. But if you can, then you might just like to accentuate the stretch a little bit. And just remaining here upright for a few breaths. Press the soles of the feet together. And as you exhale, feel the knees descend and feel that be like a strong thing. So your feet are pushing together, the inseams of the legs turn on. As you breathe here, find that connection to the core. Exhaling, the navel pulls in, tucks up. A few breaths. Cementing that connection, holding on to it. On an exhale, you can pull yourself forward, deepening into the fold, really getting into the hips. The elbows can press against the knees, the thighs rather, to open the knees a little wider. Foot to foot connection is still, it's engaged, it's active. It's not super strong, but you're aware of the toes. You can feel the toes pressing into each other. So we're meeting our Rāmāyana book club this weekend also. And we're discussing book 3, the Aranyakanda. And at the end of book 3, Sita has been abducted by the demon Ravan. And last time we talked about sort of the circumstances of that happening, the jeweled deer in the forest. Sita is abducted and swept off to Ravan's palace, over the ocean, up in the clouds. And Ram is so enraged. He's so sad and scared to find her gone. And then at a certain point, it turns into rage. He finds these clues, jewelry that she's cast off as she was being ravished and swept into the sky. He finds the clues and he flies into a rage and he threatens to destroy the whole world with his power, with his divine arsenal. Take another breath here. And then when you get to an inhale, you lift up and plant the soles of the feet, both soles of the feet on the ground. And if you have a prop underneath your bum, let's just set that off to the side, actually. Finding a nice firm connection to the earth. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Feet are about hips width distance. Press down into the feet. Feel the connection to the earth, allowing you to lift up through the front of the body. So another posture where we really have to be aware of our core, Navasana. So the hands can stay behind the thighs. You can reach forward and breathe here. If you want to go deeper and turn it into a balance, you can lift the shins up parallel to the earth and start to hug the knees in towards each other, making sure that you're keeping that heart open. I'm going to stay down here, so I'm going to talk more about what's going on in the Rāmāyana. So just stay here, breathe, really feel that connection, commit to that. and he threatens to destroy the whole world. Ram is all enraged. He doesn't know what to do with himself, and his brother Lakshman, who before, when they were being exiled from the kingdom, was so intent on Ram exacting justice through his strength, and the roles are sort of reversed now, where now Lakshman has to tell his brother, calm down, you cannot destroy the whole world for the sake of one enemy. You have to tame your fire, control your power. Last few breaths here. And release the posture. You can cross at the ankles and shift up and over into a tabletop position. You might like to have your blocks nearby at hand. We're going to take a puppy pose. And the blocks underneath your hands can just bring you more opening. Traditionally, we do this with the hands on the ground. So the hips are stacked on top of the knees, press down into the tops of the feet, and just find your regular tabletop first. So hands underneath the shoulders on the mat, squaring off, press down into the tops of the feet, press down into the finger pads, feel the connection to the earth, turning on that connection to center. We're finding ourselves through the relationship that we have with the earth. Finding the center. And then once you got that, you walk your hands forward, maybe finding the blocks, and you're letting the heart drape down, press down into the blocks or into the ground. So it's still active here. The navel is still actively connected. Inhaling. Exhale, navel pulls in and up. Keep breathing. Engage through the arms, spinning the elbows in towards each other, up towards the sky, so the heart stays open. The shoulders situated on the back, the neck is nice and long. Press into the tops of the feet, distribute the weight. Couple more breaths. Press down evenly into all the fingers, including the index fingers. And then come out of the posture gently. Walk your hands back in. Coming back to your tabletop. Stretch your right foot back, just plug the toes down onto the earth. You can shift forward and back, just stretching out the back of the leg a little bit. We've got a lot of sitting. And then you can lift the leg up, push out through the heel, really find length here. Maybe reach the left arm forward, again, finding the center, finding the core, finding all these ways that we draw in towards center. So part of what's happened with Rama, to stay and breathe for a couple breaths, is that he has lost the center. They all have kind of gone into, all of our main characters after all these years in the forest, unconnected to anybody else. They've sort of lost their central alignment. And exhale, release. Both hands come down. Both knees come down. Stretch your right arm up to the sky. Swirl the wrist around. Notice if your hips have come way off to the right, and try to hug them in through center, finding equal engagement into those points of contact that you do have with the earth. One more inhale here. Stretch the fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, take your right arm underneath the left armpit. Come down onto your left shoulder, left side of the face. If you need a block under the head or a blanket or something, you can always find that. Left hand can walk forward.
Everyone's lost in the forest at the end of the Aranyakanda. Sita has been abducted. Ram is lost in the forest. Lakshman is lost in the forest. They're all looking for each other, and well, the brothers find each other, but Sita is still gone. And somehow, Lakshman, inhale, unwind, come back to your tabletop position. Lakshman is the voice of reason. The one who can find perspective in the midst of the chaos. Stretch your left toes back, press the ball mound of the feet down into the ground, and just seesaw back and forth a little bit, kind of getting a sense of the center as it pertains to this plane of motion. And then come to that center, inhale, lift your left leg up, feel the power of the leg, press down into your connections with the earth. Maybe reaching the right arm forward, really drawing a long line diagonally across the body, right fingers to left heel, press down into both points of contact with the ground. Breathe in, breathe out, slow it down. And Lakshman says, Ram, we have to go and find her. We have to follow the evidence rather than getting carried away in the clues. We must act in the direction of truth. Exhale, release the hand, release the leg. Inhale, open the left arm up to the sky. You can rotate out the wrist in both directions. Notice if the hips get off balance. Try to find a general centering through your points of contact. Take another inhale. And then exhale, bring the left arm underneath the right armpit, coming down onto the left shoulder, left side of the face, with the shoulder opener. And twist. So essentially, the end of the Aranyakanda and the Rāmāyana offers us this solidification, deepening of the relationship of the two brothers. Ram gets strength from Lakshman, and inhale, opening back to your tabletop, sit the hips back towards the heels. Walk the hands in towards yourself. If you, we're just sitting in Virasana. If you want a block or two blocks or a pillow underneath between the heels and the hips, go for it. Knees are touching. Hips sit on the heels. Hands rest on the lap. Settling into the breath, really feel the space we've created across the chest, and also this like nice long solid line through the front of the body, the back of the body. So there's a freedom for the tailbone to drop down because we've cultivated this connection to the lower belly. Opened up the sides of the waist. Opened into the shoulders. Bring your arms out wide to a T, and then take your right elbow underneath your left elbow. Your hands can grab for your shoulders, or you can find the double wrap, the eagle wrap of the arms where the palms come together. I'm going to just find the shoulders
So I really do want to focus on stability through my shoulder girdle. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, and then lift the elbow tips wherever you are away from your face up towards the sky. Feel that opening through the front of the back. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, just as much as that connection to the core allows for. Inhale, come back through center. Let the arms go out long. Exhale, left elbow underneath right, grabbing for the shoulder heads or finding the double wrap. Wherever you are, the shoulders stay stable, the elbow tips lift. So we're getting a little back opening as well as really focusing on creating this solid twist that originates from our core rather than like our shoulders throwing us into it. We literally kind of have our shoulders bound up. So as you inhale, feel yourself get taller. And then exhale, you're turning towards the right. Squeeze the air out to turn. And hold and breathe here for a couple breaths. Shoulders on the back. Last breath in. Exhale, release to center, release the arms. Let the arms sweep up overhead. Palms come together and then wash the palms down the body. Sweep it out. Shift the hips off to one side. Let's come down onto our backs. Bring a block with you or your bolster or two blocks. For everything. And you're coming down onto your back and the knees will bend. The feet find the earth. Feet are about hips width distance. Fingertips just barely can graze the heels. And you're going to press your feet down to lift the hips up for a bridge. And you can stay here and just breathe in the bridge with no props. Or if you like, you can find one block underneath the sacrum on its lowest or medium height, or maybe two blocks on their lowest height stacked on top of each other, and you slide that underneath that triangular shaped bony plate that's like right above your bum, but not quite your lower back. You'll feel that it's like a little platform. It's nice. It feels supportive to put the sacrum down into that support. So once you get there, just let the hips sink down into that support. Release effort into the hips. Keep a little effort into the feet so you feel the earth beneath you. This passive bridge, it's just nice. We can find the engagement, tap into the energy without getting carried away with feats of strength, without trying to destroy worlds. And you might slide your right foot forward, the leg lengthening, the toes stay pointed up towards the sky. You can relax the foot once you find the full length of the leg, and you just nice stretch through the whole right front of the hip. Couple breaths here. Shoulders heavy. Left foot active against the earth. Hips relaxed. Last breath. And then on an inhale, rebend that right knee, plant the foot down, find center. Just notice that transition. Notice the difference between
the asymmetrical posture and the symmetrical posture. Allow yourself to really come back into that full symmetry, to connect to that full symmetry, connect to the core. And then from the centralized position, the left heel slides out on the earth, lengthening the leg. And you'll feel the sort of length of the back of the leg, and that's what you're looking for. And then you can relax the foot as once you've found your maximum length. So there's equanimity between the front and back planes of the body still, even though we're arching, definitely in a back bend, definitely in an asymmetrical posture. Press down lightly into your right foot. In the midst of the imbalance, we still are able to find our balance, to find our center. Not lost in the forest. Using the ground as our version of Lakshman, sort of. Lakshman is like a reflection of Rama, a perspective on Rama, in relation to Rama. We are in relation to the earth right now. Rebend the knee. Find that central supported bridge. Settle into the central. Once you're established in the center, we can take this final posture, lifting the feet up towards the sky for supported Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. The legs should feel weightless, the toes floating up towards the sky. There's a natural alignment just as when we're standing, except in reverse. Settle into a complete ease of this posture. Inverted equanimity from head to toe, toe to head. Staying here for as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, you can start to let the feet come down slowly towards the earth. Try to maintain this equanimity as you land. The connection to the earth is smooth. If you want to stay longer, you can stay longer. We're just gonna come down into a Shavasana very slowly whenever you're ready. So once you do get to your supported bridge, your feet on the earth, let yourself settle there. And just as we went up, once you're settled, you can decide when you want to make that move down. We still have a few minutes left of practice to rest. So take your time. Just do everything with the intention of maintaining that center, this ease, this orientation and perspective within all the moving of life and practice. If you would like support in your Shavasana,
You can always put blocks under the thighs, or if you like to take a Supta Baddha Konasana for rest, you can use blocks under the knees. If you like the heart opening, you can use a bolster, blocks underneath the shoulders and head. But yeah, take your time and come down to a rest. In your own time.
wherever you land, let it be somewhere where it's so easeful for the body that you can perhaps forget the body and surrender it completely to the earth. Allowing yourself to be carried away by the breath. Noticing clarity of following the breath. Directness of existing in that flow of time.
And as you rest here, I'm just going to share a reading from the Rāmāyana. This is Laksmana's advice to his brother, or his sort of trying to bring his brother back, shake him into reality again to do the right thing. Lakshman Saumitra bowed down and pressed his head to his brother's feet, trying to rouse him with these words. Your birth was obtained by King Dasharatha only through performing great austerities and a great sacrificial rite, just as the immortal gods obtained the nectar of immortality. Your virtues had so won his heart that when he was separated from you, the king and lord of the earth became a god, as we heard from Bharat, our brother. If even you cannot endure the sorrow that has befallen you, Kakusht, what other ordinary and weaker person will ever be able to? If in your sorrow you consume the worlds with your blazing energy, tiger among men, where are your subjects to find relief when they are in torment? This is the way of the world. Yayati, son of Nahusha, ascended to the world of Indra, and then misfortune touched him. Then there is our father's Purohita, the great seer Vashisht. 100 sons were born to him in a single day, but all of them were later killed. And even the mother of the world, the goddess to whom all people pay homage, the earth herself, as we see my truthful brother, is subject to earthquakes. Then too, the immensely powerful sun and moon, the two eyes of the universe, upon which everything is founded, are sometimes eclipsed. Thus,
Bull among men, even the greatest beings, the gods themselves, cannot escape destiny, no more than can all other embodied beings. One hears that even among the gods, Chakra and the rest, misfortune no less than good fortune is to be found. You should not agonize then, tiger among men. Whether by day he is simply lost or has in fact been carried off, you must not grieve, blameless hero, like some ordinary man. Men like you do not grieve Ram, for they always see things as they truly are. However great their difficulties, their sight remains unclouded. Consider the matter clearly in your mind, best of men, for it is by applying their minds that the wise distinguish right from wrong. Without doing this, without carefully weighing an action and examining its advantages and drawbacks, the desired result is never attained. In the past, my heroic brother, it was always you who advised me. Indeed, who would presume to advise you unless it were Brihaspati himself, the preceptor of the gods? Your intellect is too profound for even the gods to fathom, wise brother. I am merely trying to rouse your reason, which grief has lulled to sleep. You must be aware of your powers, which are as much divine as human, bull of the Ikshvaku. So direct your efforts to slaying only your enemies. What benefit would accrue to you, bull among men, in causing universal destruction?
If you're joining online, I'll say goodbye to you now. Namaste.